today in the kitchen, we are tackling the stir fry. So this is another easy weeknight meal I can get prepped and on the dinner table in 20 minutes. It's great for those end of the week, clean out your fridge, any leftover veggies, you can throw those in. It's also a really good way that I can get my kids to eat more colors of the rainbow. So the most important thing with stir fry is that you have everything prepped and ready to go, even the garnishes, because once I start going with the pans, it's going to be done in just a few minutes. So, all right, so we're making a simple chicken stir fry with shredded carrots, broccoli, a few aromatics. It's really tasty. So one thing and a little tip and trick is often called for grated ginger. So ginger is a root, it has an outer shell. I spent a lot of time in my life in the kitchen peeling off this outer shell until I was told in culinary school that I can grate it with the peel on, and you're not gonna get enough of it in the dish to make a difference. So when I'm grating, preparing my, my ginger, I've just got a microplane here. I've got my ginger root with the peel on, and I am just going to rub back and forth pretty vigorously to get that nice grated ginger. So I use about a tablespoon of ginger, a tablespoon of garlic, a whole onion as far as my aromatics. So just getting everything prepped and ready to go. I'll add that to my already grated garlic. And then let's get started. All right, super important is that you have really high heat, that you get the pan super hot. I love, this is a wok style pan, that you've got the rounded sides, which makes this kind of motion that will do, or if you can't do that rocking motion with the pan because you're trying to get things moving really quickly, you can use a utensil. No one will judge. All right, so I'm gonna heat that pan up on high heat. I'm gonna start with my protein. So if I'm using flank steak or chicken, maybe shrimp, I like to do those first. Make sure, especially the chicken, that it's good and cooked all the way through, and then I just add that in at the end. So letting this pan heat up. All right, so that pan is nice and hot. I'm just gonna add about a tablespoon of high heat oil. I'm gonna use sunflower avocados, also a really good option. I'm not a fan of canola, but if you must, you must. And this is actually gonna be too high of heat for olive oil, so not wanting to use that. And don't worry if you don't have a wok style pan. If you can just use a saute pan, that's fine too. So I'm gonna swirl the oil around on the edges, and it's giving you this nice kind of glisten. You know that the oil is ready. And then I'm gonna add my chicken. So I've just cubed up the chicken. I'm gonna start to move it around right away. All right, so I'm gonna season the protein, a little chicken with a little salt and pepper. And then especially with chicken, just taking that extra care that you're cooking it all the way through. All right, so that chicken looks mostly cooked through. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out and put it in a separate bowl and just keep it warm, because the rest of this process will go really quickly. Awesome. So if you can't tell for the touch if chicken's done, you can always put a meat thermometer in. It should be 165 degrees. All right, so I'm gonna add another tablespoon of oil. I'm gonna add in my aromatics. So first goes in the onions. Again, just letting that fry up. It'll pick up a little bit of that chicken pieces that are in there, which is kind of nice, helps clean the pan. So getting this kind of moving around, moving the pan. Nice. It's a lot easier to use the spoon. I won't judge. All right, so we'll let that cook for just a little bit. Then we're gonna add also our crushed garlic and our ginger that we grated. Again, moving things around because we're on that super high heat. I'll throw in my shredded carrots. I have about half a cup, and then about a cup of broccoli. And really any veggie combination will do. Sometimes I throw in peas, sometimes cauliflower, sometimes just a mismatch of everything. If I'm going for like mushrooms, I will cook those off in advance just because they have a really high moisture content and you don't want a soggy stir fry. It's nice because it keeps that nice vibrant color of the veggies. It also keeps that nice firm al dente texture. So you don't have to cook these very long. Awesome, the broccoli is already getting nice and bright. So I'm gonna throw my chicken back in. Told you it goes quickly. I'm gonna season again with a little bit more salt. I'm gonna add a little bit of tamari or gluten-free soy, just about a tablespoon or so. So I also like finishing with about a tablespoon of rice wine vinegar as well. All right, so that's cooked and ready to go. And like I said, it serves up in minutes. I'll serve this over brown rice for the family or even just as it is. And it's a great weeknight meal and it's ready to go.